Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Augustus, and I'm back with another episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. And when we last left off, we read Yuri's poem, and Yuri and Natsuki had a fight. And, well, apparently some things were said, but Natsuki doesn't seem to remember, so it's all good. It's all good. And that's not to mention the weird things that went on other than the argument, like Natsuki having a weird face and talking in the black, weird, like, spray paint text, or the thing that happened with the poem. Let's just not talk about it. If we pretend like it never happened, then it didn't happen. That's how that works, right? Right? Anyway, let's spend some time with Yuri, shall we? As my phone freaks out at me for a second because the webpage is never mind. 10 minutes pass. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. Is something holding her up? I'm bored just waiting here, so I decide to go look for her. Yes, I'm bored. Let's see. The most logical place for Yuri to be would be the nearest water fountain. I start heading down the hallway. What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. I also like that the music is muffled, like the music is coming from the literature club or something. It sounds like breathing. I actually don't know how to do that noise in Yuri's voice. A sharp inhale, like someone is sucking the air through their teeth. Are they in pain? I reach the corner and peer around it. Yuri? Yeah. Things are rewinding. I'm back. That was unfortunate. Thanks for waiting patiently. Augustus, do you like oolong tea? I just have to think about that for a second. Do I like oolong tea? Yes. Yeah. I think I like oolong tea. My preference is Prince of Wales, but I think I like oolong tea. I haven't had oolong tea in quite a long time. I also like chai is pretty nice. I like things that are decently. I don't remember if I like oolong tea or not. Anything is fine. Very well. I'm not that fond of Earl Grey, but it's not bad. I'll drink it. As long as Earl Grey doesn't have too much. It's bergamot. As long as it doesn't have too much bergamot. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Isn't tea supposed to, like, technically, if you want to do it, like, really super proper, isn't it, like, 180 or 163 or some shit? Not actually 200, not just boiling? I don't know. I don't actually do anything properly. I just boil some fucking water and pour it over my tea like an animal. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a really good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking. And I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out that it's not very hard for me to do. When it's yours around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Augustus. It's very endearing. That's... Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Augustus, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Yeah, I just have poor posture. I don't even really have an excuse. Well, I guess I technically do, but not a good excuse. I have shitty posture. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because of your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while you're reading? Yes, I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I actually like reading laying down, but I can't do that with normal books. I can only do that with like ebooks and shit on my phone or tablet. Oh well. It is what it is. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies. I take it, since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our side. I do prefer coffee over tea normally, but I can drink more tea than I can drink coffee, but I prefer the taste of coffee over tea. Usually. Sometimes I just really want some... I should make some tea tomorrow. I might make some tea tomorrow. As if in sync, we assume the same reading posture as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri sides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll handle the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my legs. Yeah, and I don't know why it's doing the text is being a bit choppy. I even checked it, like not recording or not doing anything, and it's still like that. No clue why. It's just strange. I don't know if it's something with the install, which is very possible. I had to do weird things to get the install to work the way that I wanted it to, so I can copy everything and make multiple backups. But anyway, I don't know why it's doing that. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then, I take another chocolate, and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me almost like she needs to confirm what has happened. Augustus... Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Yuri starts to breathe heavily. I can't... Augustus... Suddenly, Yuri forcefully grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. My teacup gets knocked over. Augustus... My heart won't stop pounding, Augustus. I can't calm down. I can't focus on anything anymore. Can't you feel it, Augustus? Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest. Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. It even makes me not want to read. I just want to look at you. Can you not? Not like that anyway. Could you not? The eyes are kinda... Your eyes are kind... never mind. Never mind. It's time to share poems. Thanks, Monica. Okay. Natsuki? Do you hate me? I like your last one better. Eh? Really? Well, yeah, I can tell you were a little more daring with this one. But you're really not good enough for that yet. It fell flat. That may be true, but I wanted to try something different. I'm still trying to figure this all out. Fair enough, you're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. I mean, everyone in this club writes really differently from each other. Maybe you'll find a little influence from all of us. For instance, I noticed that you're spending a lot of time with Yuri today. Not that I care who you spend your time with or anything. After all, I was never taught to expect anything from anybody. So it's not like I was waiting for you or anything, but Baka. Still, you should at least look over my poem. You'll probably be able to learn something from it. Oh, this one. This is actually my favorite poem. So let's, I could actually probably just read from this. And I want to make sure that I have the next thing up. Okay. Alright. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think it was the best I could do. No, of course not. I don't know what it is. I always forget how to do Natsuki's voice, so it's always just changing. I gave her a voice that I could do once, and then forgot how I did it, essentially. And then I remember, and then I forget again. Whatever. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something like that, if you're afraid if people find out, they'll make fun of you or think less of you. I don't actually really have any hobbies like that. I guess the weirdest thing is probably the fact that I enjoy visual novels, or I don't go around telling people I have a YouTube channel really, but that's just more because if they like this, I prefer people to find it organically, if they like the subject matter, if they're searching for the subject matter, then great. If not, then, well, it wasn't meant to be. That sort of thing. No, I don't really have any weird hobbies like that. That just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as you're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn respect for others liking weird things. I agree. Which is also partly why that's my favorite poem. Such as the two girls in this very club who I respectfully won't name. There are only never mind. Kind of ironic that even in my one place of comfort I can't even respect me. Jeez, now you're making me complain too much. What did I do? For what it's worth, I respect you. Well, I guess thanks. But it's kind of obvious that you respect Yuri more, so whatever. We're done sharing poems, so you can leave now. Well, I guess we'll be showing our poem to Yuri now. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Augustus, this one might even be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you what kind of technique's worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. That makes me so happy. It's so amazing to feel like I'm valued, Augustus. Everything that you want, or everything you write is a treasure to me. My heart pounds just holding it. I want to write poems about this feeling. Is that bad, Augustus? I'm not being weird, right? I'm having a harder time than usual concealing my emotions. I'm kind of embarrassed. But right now, I want you to read my poem too. Okay? That's a word salad right there for you. Okay. Wheel. Hold on a sec. I want to look at the spacing for this. Non-existent. Great. I'm going to take a drink before this. I need a bit of alcohol before reading this word salad. And apparently I also need to drop my sticky notepad into the floor. Great. I actually can't see where it is because it's very dark in here. I'm a mess. I am a mess. Dropping everything. I always drop things when I'm recording. Don't know why. Anyway. Wheel. A rotating wheel, turning an axle, grinding, bolt head, linear gearbox, falling sky, 7 holy stakes, a docked ship, a portal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope, a torn harness, parabolic gearbox, expanding universe, time controlled by slipping cogwheels, existence of God, swimming with open water into all direction, drowning, a prayer written in blood, a prayer written in time, devouring snakes with human eyes, a thread connecting all living eyes, a kaleidoscope of holy stakes, exponential gearbox, a sky of exploding stars, God disproving the existence of God. Let's actually scroll down. There we go. A wheel rotating in 6 dimensions, 40 gears and a ticking clock. A clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet. A clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time. A bolt head of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world. A kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks. A time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions. Breathing gearbox. Breathing bolt head. Breathing ship. Breathing portal. Breathing snakes. Breathing God. Breathing blood. Breathing holy stakes. Breathing human eyes. Breathing time. Breathing prayer. Breathing sky. Breathing will. That makes so much sense. So much so, in fact, that I might actually toss this into a D&D game that I'm running. No idea, though. No idea. I do like it for that type of thing, though. It's like perfectly weird and ominous. It'll make your players think that the fuck is wrong with this person. And it's great. Always mess with your players. DM tip of the day. It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. That is a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way that it writes. So I wrote this poem with it, and now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? What did you do with my pen here? Never mind. I don't think I want to know. You can keep the poem, though. Well then. I think we have time for one last poem. So, Monica, let's see your poem. Augustus, I think you saw something earlier that you weren't meant to see, I suppose. I didn't want the one to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. I don't know why, but she seems pretty excitable when she's around you. Which shouldn't be a problem in itself, but when Yuri gets too excited, she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself with a pocket knife. That's, okay? Isn't that kind of messed up? She even brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. I mean, it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that. I think she just gets some kind of high from it. It might even be like a sexual thing. But the point is, you're kind of been enabling her. I'm not saying it's your fault, though. But I guess that's why I had to explain it all to you. So I think if you keep your distance, that would probably be the best for her. While you're at it, don't be shy about spending a little more time with me. I wish I could, Monica. I wish I could. To put it lightly, I at least have it together in the head, and I know how to treat my club members. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Save Me. Let's see. That's right, this is the one that's missing letters. I don't remember if it spells anything out. But, we'll see. The colors, they won't. Bright. And I'm going to try to read this with the, not the, trying to just sound out the missing letter part. Because I think everything that's missing is vowels. So I'm just going to try to read it normally. As best as I can, anyway. The colors, they won't. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, blue, green, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating. I'm not actually sure what that's supposed to be. Yeah, I don't know. squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a knife on a breathing rib cage, endless poem of meaningless. Delete her. I'm not going to play your game just yet, Monica. Or, I'm not going to play your game yet, game? That doesn't sound as good. Oh well. Let's repeat that little line, please. Like playing a knife on a breathing rib cage. Yep, that's not unsettling at all. Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. Also, don't glitch. Stop glitching. I'm just trying to... well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when... who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. Please help me. Okay. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? I would, yes. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. Well then, that's definitely... Okay, game. I get what you're playing at. I know what's going on. You're trying to make me think you're sentient, and it's not going to work. It ain't going to work. Sayori is not a ghost in the machine. I know your game here. Well then, I was going to end off the episode, but everything's all red. And I don't know what's going to happen if I try to save here. Okay, everyone. This is a pain in the ass to read, by the way. What the fuck is that noise? Okay, I know what that noise is. Never mind. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? Nice folio work, asshole. We have something we need to go over today, so if I could have you all come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good last minute in just a few days. Can you stop with the folio work and the shitty color? It's not shitty color. It's atmospheric, but it's annoying. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's... And the world went dark. And then there was light. Do I have to press a button? Yes, I do. Okay. Enough with the shit game. Next time, the game fucks with us even more. I hope to see you all there.